What's up? What's up? What's up? I appreciate everybody staying tuned. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing some moving and a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, organizing and working actually back at home in the rock. But tonight, we got quite a few things we want to talk about. Before I even get into the last other scene of this here, I'm gonna break you some things down to you. I want you to think about yourself. But before I get started, hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
We got Shantae on. Go ahead.
Yep. Oh.
Introduce yourself.
Yeah, they know who I am. It's me again. I left everybody a message letting them know our difficulties with the
Right.
mic. But we want to still speak up and speak clearly so everyone can hear us.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Before I get started, I'd like to do quite a few shout outs to quite a few individuals that's also progressing in their lane as far as this entrepreneurship. And I also want to jump into some, should I go ahead and, because I don't want to, breeze, but the thing is, I want to ask you for an update. Because I know last time I was out, I was personally out with the Fight for 15. And, you know what I'm saying, I want everyone all across the country to stay in tune and be focused on that because we are pushing a living wage, most definitely. And it's very important for everyone to be unionized because that's gonna also build your wealth in your home. Go ahead, Sean.
yeah, the last time we were on, we talked about going to the Fight for 15 action, and we did go out there and stand with those workers, and you know they're still on the front lines fighting, and as long as they're fighting, I'm there, you know, fighting with them.
Right.
Yep.
Before I really actually get started, I want to really just go into the root. Do you, if you don't mind, pull that information out straight out of Arkansas? You know what I'm saying? And
okay.
read that off to them. This is a report back on the women and the things that's taking place with the women and the new update on the women. Some of us probably heard of it, some of us haven't. But this is a lady out of Arkansas and the things that is changing. We need to pay attention to that as well.
So I'm gonna give an update. I'm gonna read this snippet. It's from
Okay, go ahead.
yeah, an author named Sean Clancy wrote this, and okay, it's called "Flip of the Quarter." For the first time in forever, a woman's image will appear on a quarter. And yes, there is an Arkansas connection, it says.
Right.
In January, the U.S. Mint will issue quarters featuring the likeness of author Maya Angelou and astronaut Sally Ride in this American Women Quarter program. Okay. I didn't even know it was such a program, but apparently they will appear on the flip side of two-bit pieces with an updated version of George Washington on the front of this quarter. And on the back, I guess they're going to put the women, and they say it includes a series of up to 20 notable women in American history. And they particularly shout out Maya Angelou. She was born here in St. Louis, and when her parents divorced, she went off to, Arkansas and then on to San Francisco. So
Right.
That's pretty much the gist of it. They're going to put women on quarters, but they gonna leave George Washington face on the front.
If y'all don't know about that, I want y'all to know about that. Research it, Google it, and also pay a part of it. And also, to be honest with you, if these women that important to be on the back of a quarter, I think they should be on the front of the quarter. They go to show you about our politicians and who taking charge. But before I get into this here, I want to open up one thing. I want to say something that's very important. I want to look back and talk about building a nation. How can we build a nation? What do you think?
First, I think, I think we should talk about the laws. Before we had people, they want us to know
Right.
more about these laws.
Right.
So before we can build a nation, I think we should lay out the law. We can do it one by one. I know we started to touch on that before. So before we start building the nation, I think we should talk about the laws, because people are still pretty confused about that. And it's not a lot of people, it's not a lot of people in the world that's, living by law. So you just get lost in the shuffle somehow. Not that people don't want to, but,
I feel you, and that is correct. But the thing is this here. I want to ask this correctly, directly. I want us all, and I want all the viewers to understand this. Everyone, period. How can we protect the black women in America? This is something that's been puzzling me. I look at Shaka Zulu. I look at all the great individuals that come before that were birthed by a woman. How can we protect that woman? Do that woman know the seed that she is birthing? This is important. We can talk all the things that we want to talk. And if you look at, go ahead, man.
So you're just gonna jump over the explanation of the laws?
No, this is what I'm finna go to. Cause see, since everybody understand Jesus, everybody know Jesus came from Mary.
So the good book says, yes.
So the good book says, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order for her to birth something like that, she had to be under law. She had to have order.
You say that in the book?
It said
I'm
this.
just asking the question.
Okay. Since you asked that question, you're right. There have been a lot of women came before Mary, but they didn't birth Jesus.
Okay.
If Mary birthed Jesus, then if Jesus was something that came to save all of us, then Mary had to been under law.
Okay.
So it goes back to law. It goes back to law. Law is very important. And the reason I always stay on law, we can talk about the 10 Commandments, we can throw all the other shenanigans in with it, and we can contest it, we can say whatever, how we want to look at it, but at the end of the day, a man and a woman have to ask themselves, are they operating under law? What law do? What do law bring? Law brings about separation. That's what law brings. Law brings separation. I'm going to show you the reason why. If I'm not of law and you of law, there's only two things going to happen. Either you're going to convert over here with me that's not of law, I'm gonna convert with you that's of law. Now, if that's not gonna happen, there's a separation.
So,
Go ahead, man. Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
right now we're talking about the man and the woman. We're not really talking about
No, we're not talking about man and woman. We are
Laws.
talking about law. Period.
with the man and the woman.
We're talking about law of human nature.
Okay. Well, with that, I'm still learning laws, so
All right.
I really don't have anything
Oh no, you're fine.
to contribute about law. I know that my mother always told me to stay on the right side of law. Obviously, it wasn't the laws you speaking about, but
Right.
I mean, I'm willing to learn, but
Right.
it's some kind of learning curve in there. That I hear you. I'm trying to get into it, but my mind is very inquiring. I'm trying to learn that. I'm trying to learn something else. So I mean, it's got to be catchy at first.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I understand you going back talking about Mary and the man and the woman, and
Right.
I'm waiting to hear some straight pointers, something I can remember and take this with me to be under these laws if I
Right.
choose to,
Right.
if that's a good idea.
Right.
So yeah.
Oh, no doubt. I respect that highly. But this is one thing I'm finna say though. When you're talking to anyone or any preacher or pastor or whatever the case may be, you ask them, what do you see yourself at in this Bible that you are reading? And another brother told me, he said, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna call these brothers here the mask men. I got
Wait a
well,
minute.
look. I got two.
Men, okay.
I got some
Okay,
advisors.
that's okay.
I got some advisors that I call the mask men. The reason I call them the mask men is because every time I go in the ring with them, they got this mask on. So this mask notifies me that, little brother, there's no love. I'm gonna beat you down in this ring. Now either you gonna come in here and fight, cause it's a fight when you get in this ring. Ain't no coming in this ring, saying this, popping this. These brothers gonna pull out the facts. They gonna pull out the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's two things can happen. We can box, get knocked down, and guess what I said to myself? I said, every time I talk to these brothers, I want these brothers to keep their boxing gloves on. Knock me out every time I come in. Knock me out. I'm gonna get up and fight back. Knock me out. Don't spare me.
You're saying knock you out with the truth, though, with some
Yeah. Knock me out with the truth.
Okay.
Don't spare me. Don't make Lil J feel that he's okay. Let Lil J know if it's stupid, say Lil J, that's stupid.
It's good to have,
Cause it's
people on
two
your
things
point.
gonna happen in it. It's two things gonna happen in this situation. See, when you got a kid, you got this kid, and this kid been living in your home around this dog. But when this kid can get out around real dogs, the kid can realize it's a kid. See, I'm a gorilla. So when I get amongst these gorillas with this understanding and this teaching, it's two things gonna happen. If you look at the animals beat the other animal on the head with wisdom, guidance, which way to go. Oh, whoa, no, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. See, the truth is gonna heal you. It's gonna strengthen you. And then you're able to set out to be able to strive. See, if anything that you have learned didn't set you in a position to seek beyond, then you have learned something false.
Okay.
Because real knowledge don't entrap you, it advances you. And that's the difference. But like I was saying, long story short though. But yeah, you know, I got these masked men. And every time I deal with them, I gotta put these gloves on, I gotta go in the ring with them.
So what you got to tell us about them?
This is what I'm gonna tell you about them. When you meet these brothers, these masked men, yeah, it's funny now.
No,
But
just,
I'm saying when you meet these masked men, they not your entertainer.
Okay.
They're not something you see on TV. There's somebody gonna check you in your roots. See, a lot of people ain't been checked in their roots yet. See what I'm saying? So when you get checked in your roots, oh yeah, we dealing with your first teacher now. We dealing with your first understanding now. That's a difference. So that means whatever you believe in at that moment, at that time, these masked men, which I call masked men because they are the advisors. Every wise man and every leader have advisors that he have to go in the ring, or even she, have to go in the battlefield. And when they go in the battlefield, it's like Shaka Zulu. It's real war. And when they come up out of there, they have been defined with the truth. And they're ready to deliver. And when you're dealing with a messenger, a seeker, or whatever you may call it, it's a difference. See, a lot of people capture, say Hindu, Christianity, Muslim, whatever the case may be. That's what they capture. That's where they stuck at. But when you're dealing with these brothers, these masked men, that I call my advisors, we gonna go beyond that.
Okay.
We gonna go to the divine truth. And the whole purpose of this here is knowing who you are. Like, for an example, I'm reading in Romans right now. And
What chapter and verse?
it's chapter 8, verse 35. And the reason I'm reading that is because in order to understand that is you have to know who you are.
Okay.
Like when you talk to a brother or sister, any pastor or whoever they are, you ask them, who do you see yourself as in the Bible? If you told this book, who do you see yourself as? That's very important.
That's a question not a lot of people will be able to answer because a lot of people have not read the Bible.
I'm saying for people that do read the Bible.
But I know. It'll be a good thing if people could identify,
It's true. So since you said that, let's go back to the masked men. The masked men identified who they are in the Bible and know who they are in the Bible. So when it say, who should separate us from the love of Christ? Should trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword, as it is written. That's in Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Scholars, educators, biblical scientists break that down and identify who are the people that they're talking to and who are doing the talking. We already know who's doing the talking. We look at that Romans, so you know who wrote the book of Romans. But who are the people that he's talking to? And then they say, for your sake, we face death all day long. We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered. Who are these people? So when we read this Bible, who are these people? And you look at the time today and what we're going through, who are these people? That's something we got to understand. And then they say, no. In all these, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am convinced that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor demons, nor present, nor the future, nor any powers, nor any height, nor depth, anything else in all creation be able to separate us from the love of God
Okay.
that is in Christ Jesus, our Lord. So the thing is, once we reading this here, we want to figure out who are we? Who are these people that he's talking about?
Israelites.
Okay,
You know,
you said
everybody
the
say we're the
Israelites.
Israelites. So
Okay. Now that I'm gonna go back to Matthews, we'll go to Matthews.
we have Bible study tonight.
No, we ain't gonna have Bible stuff. I just want everybody to refer
Ain't nothing
back.
wrong with it if we
No. I just want everybody to refer
read.
back to Matthews chapter 15, verse 22.
Okay.
And verse 22 in Matthews gonna explain to you exactly who these people are. And I just want to leave that note with you. And I want you to dissect it. I want you to, you know what I'm saying, put it together like a puzzle. I want you to, you know what I'm saying, take it, scramble it like eggs. Do the best scientist work that you can do in this game here. Cause when you talking real game,
I'm gonna
Go
put
ahead.
that in my notes. What was it?
it was Matthew chapter 15, verse 22. And we actually
You give me some homework tonight, huh?
well, I just want individuals to clearly find out who they are in this Bible. Before we call the Bible fake, and we can say all have been converted, find out who you are in this Bible and which role that you play. In Romans chapter 8, verse 35, on down to chapter 9. And then you go into Matthews.
Okay, I got that.
It's important to know who you are.
Well, right now I'm reading Ruth. I'm on
Okay.
Chapter
Already.
2,
Go ahead,
verse
go ahead,
2.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So I am reading the book of Ruth right now.
Already?
I prefer to do my studying in private. Hey,
Yeah, I know.
see,
I know.
see
But
the
you know I got it right
placeholder?
there. It's already right there. It's on
But
you.
so
You know, it
I
ain't
rather
nothing
do
we
my
do.
studying in
Yeah,
private
you know, I'm
because
gonna keep
still
it-
learning, and I don't
yeah.
want to have a slip of the tongue and
Right.
it be false information is given out. So I'm still learning.
We all are. We all students.
I want
We
to
all
tell
students.
a story really quick. When you was
Go ahead.
talking about
Go ahead.
you were talking about protecting the woman, and
Go ahead.
earlier today I was at
Yes. That's
Yeah,
the story
I-
that need to
yeah.
be told.
I was
Tell
at
it.
the nail shop, and I just went in there to get something quick done. And as I'm sitting there waiting, it's a lot of people in there that look like me, and the babies in there, the little girls, they getting their nails done. And I was particularly focusing on this one little girl. She was sitting in front of me. She might have been 11 years old. She was sitting there getting her nails done, and when I'm focusing on her, before I even start focusing on that situation, I'm just watching how they treat people, period, in there. Just treating people bad. They talking to people bad. They being rude, telling people to go rushing, and just treating people bad in particular. And he gonna ask the little girl, you pay? Then the person sitting on the side of him, the other nail tech, he said you pay. Now they know damn well this little girl don't have the money to pay for herself. Right when they was finna say that, because my heart was beating, I knew I was about to say something. I can't keep quiet. I couldn't keep quiet for long. Her mom walks through the door, and she has another older daughter there, and she's upset because the man had cut her hand all up, cut the little girl hand, and he acting like it's no big deal, trying to hurry up and rush them out the store after he didn't just yelled at her other daughter. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna keep sitting here to spend my money with them. How they treat
Right.
my people. I'm raising up out of here. I can't just be quiet no more. He been talking to your child crazy, you know. Then now he done cut your other child hand. They don't give a damn what they
Right.
doing to us,
Right.
you know. So I'll be glad when I can find somebody else to go to. Matter of fact, I'll go on strike from doing that shit until I can, cause that was just too much, you know. And I watched this lady in there, you know, defending her children. And I was like, got up and walked out with her. And she was getting loud. I was like, because I just do not like how they're, you know, conducting their business. I ain't finna spend my money here. And lo and behold, somebody else got up and walked out. When we walked up out of that joint today.
That's what's
Women
up.
sticking together. And it all started
That's
with
up.
the way they were treating the kids.
That's right, because that's a
Because
young
for real,
woman.
he
that's
keep
wrong.
asking this little girl, do she have some money? You know what
After
I'm
the
saying?
fact,
For real,
you
I was
already
finna pay
know
for
her-
it. Stop
her
talking
mother
to me. Don't
died.
even do that.
Right.
Because you ain't finna get away with that because her mom is not here. Because I'm sitting here with other,
Right.
you know, me and other grown women sitting here too. And we got her back.
Because you know her mama ain't got her in there, she ain't gonna pay.
Yeah, that just really,
Just total disrespect.
it just made me feel a different way about the whole.
And then you say there was a brother that had something wrong with him.
Yeah,
that
he was just,
ill
I guess
in an
he
ill
was waiting for his
situation.
girlfriend or whatnot, and they
Right.
rushing him out and just
Right.
talking to people bad. I mean,
Talk to him bad.
I know it's your business, and it wasn't even about him. It was about talking to the women and the little kids.
Right, but see what I'm saying is, the thing is, there's a black male
But you know,
present.
they'll be justifying that. Well, he wasn't getting services,
But I'm
the
saying
people
it
that
don't
were
matter.
getting services.
Listen, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, that happened
It
to
doesn't
he
matter.
did talk
There's
about
a
that.
black male present,
They don't want them in their
and there's a toddler. Then the women.
Yeah.
He already the disrespected man. He's nothing.
Yep.
So now he know this. There's no protection now.
Yep.
But now if you was at another salon, and the opposition would have took place like that, I don't. This is not. I don't even believe in racism. Racism came from the
It's
individual.
not about being
Listen
racist.
to
It's
me.
about the
Listen
the
to me.
whole
That
fact.
came from the individual who produced it. That's nothing. We talking about truth. We ain't negotiating wrong. So when you negotiate wrong, you get a whole bunch of flaws. No, we talking about realistic truth. Now, if it was any other opposition, do you know if you was in a Thai community, if you was in a Mexican community, or pale face community?
Caucasians.
You know, they're pale faces.
Be respectful. Be respectful. Come on now.
No. Listen. There's not. You cannot bring a white person to me because they're not white. They're not white. They're pale.
Okay.
So I have to acknowledge what there is. Now that we go to the Caucasian, to the Caucasus Mountain, and go
Okay, no,
further
we don't
back.
have to go back.
You know what I'm saying?
You
So
can
then
make
it-
your point.
Okay.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
But
It's just time.
Okay, you're right. I apologize, y'all. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, if a white woman, a pale-faced woman, walked down the street, her dress, the wind blowed her dress up. The man would cross the street and even whistle, that kid. Emmett Till got killed for that.
Yeah.
But a male individual in America has been slaughtered for disrespecting a black child or a black woman.
And it brings me to think about Biden signed that, you know, the law, you know, protecting the Asians. But it's like, okay.
Right. But guess what he did though? Guess what he did though? Guess what he did though? Signed that law, but also went and apologized for the things that happened to the black folk. So the black people, which followed up under someone that's not of your descent, tells you this. And you satisfied for that. But he went and done this. Like at the end of the day, we had Stacey Abrams. Let me just get real right quick. We had Stacey Abrams.
You got 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes left. Let me get real right quick. We had Stacey Abrams. A pure sister coming out of line. Had pure brothers pushing for her. Got a husband that looked like you and I. Joe Biden didn't elect her. Who did he elect? Something that's not of your creed. Something that's not of you. Something that her mama felt bad and hated and hoped that they didn't think she was of you when it comes to America.
Okay.
But see, the game is, we call it color. People of color. But you still in the ditch. We got to learn this here, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off this here. We have to learn this here. Your plan, what's going on with you is not the same. We're all two different people. We're all from different nations. We're all from different tribes. It's only going to be one nation running a continent. If you look at Africa, we could talk about that all day. Africa came from somebody that invaded it.
Yep.
When we look at Islam, we look at Christians, we look at all the above, all that come from conversion. Mm-hmm. Then you stop and ask yourself, who are you? We throw away the Bible, but at the end of the day, and I'm finna close out with this here. When you talking to any preacher, anybody say he's a messenger, anybody believe and say that whatever they are, ask them, who are you in the Bible? Do you know who you are in the Bible?
Good question. I'll put that in the comments.
Do we know who we are in the Bible? We knew that we wouldn't praise the same
I
thing.
think I might be some of Ruth descendants. I'm pretty, I'm enjoying reading Ruth, so we'll see.
Yeah, look, that's, excuse me, you know how they go, they're trickling on down.
Yeah.
Dave and everybody else. Yep. They're trickling on down.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay.
But I thank y'all for tuning in. We want to touch some more bases. I didn't really actually get a chance to put the other bases out, but we got into something else. Just discussion, but me and Shantae will be coming on. You know what I'm saying? And I want y'all to stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got anything y'all want to add or take away, please drop your comments, put your thumbs up. And for all the rest of our brothers and sisters, it's one thing I want y'all to know. We cannot build a nation without you sisters. If y'all sisters looking for God and Jesus, y'all need to pay attention because Jesus came from Mary. Now y'all need to get like Mary and their brothers so we can understand, so we can get on the same page. May God bless you all. Peace. Already. Thank you for coming on, man. Being a part of the Brain Channel tonight.